Good morning.
Good morning, sunshines. How are you?
I am fabulous, darling. How are you?
I'm okay, love. I'm okay.
Okay. Who else has got something good going on?
Well, I have something to share.
Share away.
I got a counter offer on Branch Road. We countered, and he's
Yeah.
still coming in low. So I don't know where that's going to go. But I wanted to share this with everybody. It's from my granddaughter's schoolwork. It says, if you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. End is not the end. In fact, end means effort never dies. If you get no as an answer, remember that no means next opportunity. Change your mindset.
I love that, Kay. That is so cool.
How old is she?
She's
How old
11.
is she, Kay?
11.
She's how old? 11. What?
Yeah.
Great. Oh.
I wrote that down. That's really good. I missed the end one, but I have next opportunity and first effort in learning, which is like amazing.
Effort never dies is end.
Ah, very cool. Effort never dies. Person learning. Learn how
Hey,
to.
Gina, if you get a moment, can you put it in the chat so I can copy it and paste it? I'm driving, sorry.
Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
Oh, that's cool. Way cool. Morning, everybody.
Good
Hello.
morning.
I have to get Craig in between sips of caffeine or whatever he's got going down there. So
Caffeine.
lest it be misunderstood, I want everyone to get this straight. This is caffeine, right? Love it. So more
Or crack. Caffeine
crack.
crack.
I think they probably caffeine would be my crack. So there's that. So who else has got some good news?
So yesterday I got a call from a guy that I grew up with and hadn't heard from him in years. And he asked me, did I work South Carolina? What part of South Carolina that I worked? And I told him, and he said, well, can you do all of South Carolina? I was like, yeah, I'm licensed to do, the whole state. He says, well, I've been watching you on Facebook. He says, I like what you're talking about. And you just, I like what you stand for. So I have some friends that'll be looking for a home soon, and I want to recommend them to you. I was like, sure. So
Congratulations. I love that.
thank you.
Love it, love it, love it. I want to, okay, referral info. I want to circle back around with that one in a minute, but I love that. And by the way, nice photo.
Thank you.
You are welcome. That is a nice photo.
It took long enough to get them, right? It took like forever to get 4 or 5 photos. So he had actually told the lender that we did the photos through that set it up that he was going to have them back next Thursday. And so he didn't. I texted her, asked it, he get them to her. She was like, no, we haven't heard from him. This was Friday. And so Saturday, I was like, well, let me text him.
Mm-hmm.
And I texted him, and he was like, yeah, I will have them for you this evening. And I was like, okay, cool. So he had them back Saturday evening for us.
Nice. Very nice. So very cool. Love it. All right. Who else has got something good? PF is now full. Kay already told us. Kimberly is driving, but I think she can talk.
I can talk.
Kimberly,
Yes.
but PF, get prepared.
Good morning, everyone. So I started doing Roadie last week, which is it's basically like a delivery thing where you can pick up and drop off from like Walmart and different places. So I was out and I saw a lot of people standing outside of their car. And I'm thinking, like, why are they sitting outside their car? And I had to think about it. Well, maybe they're driving like me and they just want to stretch their legs. So I got out and stretched my legs as well. And the guy across from me, he read my shirt, which I wear every day to buy, sell, invest, and repeat with the QR code on the back. So
Mhm.
he waved and he basically waved me over and we started talking. He's an investor in Florida and he's not a realtor, but he works with a lot of realtors and he looks for a lot of off-market property. So we connected. I have his information and we're going to stay in touch.
Cool.
Yay, congratulations. Nice job on the
Thank you.
shirt.
Thank you.
You're a walking billboard. It's fabulous. Congratulations.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it because we advertise Nike and everything else. Why not
Yeah.
advertise yourself?
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly. Yep. I love it. That makes me want to take the Nike swoop and put something else across. Okay, probably get in trouble for copyright. Never mind, Gina. Did not say.
Exactly.
La, 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 la. Next. All right, TF. You're prepped and ready. I know you are. What do you got?
Oh, nothing really. Just glad to be here on time on a Tuesday.
TF, you must have something. For instance, have you lost weight?
No.
Well, you look like it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank
All
you.
right. Kathy, what do you got? In the dark.
Kathy in the dark. I don't remember what it was that I posted last week, but one of the people in my neighborhood reached out to me. I'm supposed to reach out to her this week and give her a call. She wants to talk to me about some property she has in South Carolina to sell.
Ooh, I know an agent in South Carolina.
And I know somebody who might want to buy something, depending
Very
on what it is.
Very cool. Very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My good news. Let me see. I spent the day with my daughter yesterday. She had to go to the doctor. I guess this is good news. It's not real estate related. It is good news though, because she had so much trepidation about going into a doctor. I don't whatever she just did. And she's in a tiny town with a choice of like, I don't know, one doctor or something. Anyway, she loves the doctor, So, but I got to spend the whole day with my daughter and my granddaughter, and we had a great time. I mean, we just had a really good time. It was 12 hours of on the road and then taking her in for, doctor lab, but still got to spend the whole day with my daughter and my granddaughter, and that's awesome. So she's the best little kid ever. Anyway, all right, let's hear some challenges. What are we up against?
My challenge is doing what I write down, say I'm going to do. Last week I knocked stuff off my list just right and left. And this week I can't even get around to finding my list.
Well, it's only Tuesday at 8:30. So you're only, or 7:45 actually your time. So you're only one day into your list.
I know.
So are you like not feeling it, or are you just like, was yesterday just a scrambled day? Didn't you have sick kids yesterday?
I had sick kids yesterday and I have to take them to the doctor this morning, and it's my week to do carpool. So, in my mind, it's going to be a non-productive week, and I'm still, I'm fighting with contractors and trying to decide, where to get an attorney. And it just,
Okay.
I don't want to jump into anything because those are my big things, and I'm trying to hit my big, ugly things first so that I don't spend my time doing
Stupid little
mundane stuff. I mean, I even got in over the weekend and cleaned out my closet, and I have 2 boxes of shoes I'm taking to donate or to the consignment store. And I've got a big bag of linens that I need to get rid of, and I'm going to donate them to the homeless. And, I'm doing all that stuff to avoid, I guess, doing what I need to do. And I kind of had a hit between the eyes, Liz and I did yesterday, about, if I really want to break out of what I'm doing, then I have to make time for the phone calls and the things that are going to make me $1 million, instead of spending my time doing the mundane tasks that are only going to give me an hourly wage or a salary, or right now anything looks good. But
Okay, let's stay for a second on the fact that you cleaned out your closets and your shoes. I want to stay there because I have done this. Like many, many, many times I've had all this other stuff piled on my plate and I'm like, I can't think. I just want to get clarity and I want to clean off whatever I think needs to be cleaned up. And I know that Bree and I have had this conversation also. I knew she'd pop back over. Bree, do you recall any of these conversations around this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what have we learned about ourselves? Do you like what have we learned?
Yeah, I know. So when I have a bunch of crap to do, I'll cherry pick and I'm like, oh, these are the 10 things or 5 things I need to do. But look, that room over there that I haven't touched in 2 months, I'm going to clean it. And it's not, and it was like just wanting something to have a sense of accomplishment. Not necessarily the right thing, but it was something, and I was avoiding, you know, maybe it took brain power, or maybe, you know, so I just had to like stop, take a breath, reprioritize what I realistically could do on what I needed to do, and being okay. Like if that thing for 2 months, it wasn't a priority, but it was just a way for me to avoid having to tackle what I needed to tackle. So if that could wait 2 months, some of the things, the 10 things that I had listed, maybe 2 or 3 could be done tomorrow.
I love that. For me, when I start doing stuff like that, I think the lie that I tell myself, it's like, well, I can't work because I'm scattered and I need clarity, and to have clarity, I need like cleared off space, and I need all that because that, you know, then I'll be able to focus. And that's really what I say. Then I'll be able to focus. But even when I get it done, I still don't want to focus. So that's not what the heck the issue is. What I learned about me personally is, yes, having something clean does make me focus, but it doesn't mean that the whole thing really has to be clean. It just means, well, I'll get to that. That's another story. What it really, when I dive down into it, what it really, really means for me is that I think this thing is going to take too much money, time, energy, effort, brain power, whatever the thing is that it's going to take too much of. And I think it's going to be too hard on some level. And so therefore I won't do it. I just won't. I'll start to avoid it. I need 2 hours to think about that, to think of, you know, to dive in, to spend some time like you know, really diving in. And most of that, 99% of that's crap. I mean, 99% really is crap. If I have enough time to clean off my desk or the room behind me, I have enough time to figure out this thing. And the only thing it really is I don't know right out of the gate. Like most things, I'm like, I know I can take a look at it and go, you need to do A, B, C, D, and just break it right down. Like, this is your plan, go do it. But once in a while, I have something that I'm like, oh, I don't know where to really start in it. And that's not going to change until I sit down and flipping look at it. And then when I look at it, I'll figure out, even if it's like really convoluted and strange, I'll still figure out, well, I think start here. And then once I get 5 minutes into it, if that, I mean, at most 20 minutes, but once I get a few minutes into it, I get clarity around what it is that I'm doing. And then I know how to plow forward. But it's avoidance and procrastination. And it looks like clarity that I need and focus that I need, but it's not. It's just me avoiding this thing that makes me nervous or uncomfortable, or is going to require me to sit and think, and which I love. I have no idea why. But what I learned for my desk for focus, because there is a portion of that is true. I do like cleared my desk and stuff. I was gone all day yesterday. So of course all the mail was piled on my desk and everything. I mean, I literally walked into mail and packing bags of crap. I'm just like, really, my desk? Anyway, but there's a box. I mean, there's a 20 million boxes my husband ships. So I can go get a box and I can put it all in a box and set it down there where I can't see it. And look, instant clarity in 2 minutes flat. You know, so it was just an excuse for me.
I can tell you something that I learned about myself. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I was late for the call. In doing some of the questioning for myself as to why I'm not engaging in things, and a lot of it aligns with what has already been said. Like, I think I always, organizing and stuff has always been like a happy place for me. So like jumping into that is usually not a problem. And I feel like such a sense of accomplishment after it. It's like, woohoo. The other piece of it is sometimes it's overwhelmed. I don't know where to start and I don't have the clarity on the outset. I think it's going to take longer and I don't want to dive in to see if it's going to take longer. But once I get in there, I'm like, I'm creating drama in my head that doesn't exist. It only takes as long as I want it to take, or I need to take, or I have the brain power to spend on it for that few minutes. But the eye-opening thing I realized when I dug a little deeper is that sometimes I get into some of the work and I'm experiencing a little PTSD from other work experiences, like in the corporate environment. And it comes up for me here and it shows up in like anxiety or something. And it really has nothing to do with the task in hand in front of me, except for the environment and this particular task I might have done in the past coming with me.
Triggering something from the past.
Yes. And I just literally recently came to that this weekend as I was thinking about all this. And it's really something that I'm going to continue to unpack because it's landing hard on me. It's part of the reason why I'm having a difficult time, I think, in changing my mindset and around some of these tasks, because the pain, the anxiety, the stress of the other experiences is just, I'm bringing it right into these present ones. So I don't know if that helps at all, but that was something that was like, it didn't even dawn on me, quite frankly, until I was talking with some coworkers this weekend. We went to go meet one of them's new puppy. And it was after having that afternoon, that full day with them and talking with them. And we literally, set up the boundaries of we weren't going to talk about work. And it just kind of opened up. And it wasn't like it was a bashing session about work. It was very much of how we can empower ourselves and speak in our own voice in the workspace to kind of make things better. And it was after I left that I said, it was another experience I had in another time that is very reminiscent in the experience I'm having now. That's causing me a lot of anxiety in that space. And I can see it carrying it over into some of the work that I know I need to do, the big rocks that I want to do. And I'm not afraid necessarily to tackle, but there's some elements about it in this real estate space.
Interesting, really interesting.
Bizarre, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're working through kind of unpacking it, because I think that being able to draw the connection to the thing in the past, if I put myself in your shoes, being able to draw the connection to the thing in the past and then being able to reflect upon it and say, how is this thing, obviously that's how this thing is like this thing today, but how is it very different than that thing that happened back there? And then I think that would help me to be able to, to move forward with it, whatever the thing is, because clearly when times are rough, look back and remember, what was it? And then, how is that the same? And how did you get through it? And how is this one different? And then, what are you going to do here? Because it also helps me to remember you've got through everything. My rate of getting through things is 100%. So we're good there. And then getting through it. I like that. Thanks.
Mm.
I also liked what Kimberly said, because you said something in the chat. Hang on. As an arrogant assumption that you get another chance to do tomorrow. We think on those lines, we think we have all the time in the world. We think we have all the time in the world. I just heard an amazing talk yesterday on the way home. I was listening to a podcast, and they said that as females, if we don't have a child by a certain age, our likelihood of having a child goes way down, which we already know. I mean, we've got clocks ticking and everything else, right? We already know that. But they said that if you're of average looks or better looks, and you're in high school and college, like you've got 20 million people because they're clamoring all over you to date you. You just have a big pool. But once you get out of that, your likely pool of men that you're really going to be able to get to know, develop enough of a relationship to be able to figure out, yes, this is the person, this isn't the person, is somewhere around 5 to 10. And I was like, wait, what? Why only 5 to 10? Because it takes so long to actually get to know a person, to realize, okay, this is the person that I want to do this with. This is not the person I want to do this with. And let's say that takes a year. And let's say you start at 25. Well, we only have, a short window of time before our clock is ticking. But the point and if it takes a year, or a little longer, well, that's 5 or 10 years, that's 5 or 10 people before we really have to go, okay, look, this is the person that we're going to do it. But the thing that really got to me more than anything else is just the whole concept that we always think there's plenty of time for that tomorrow. There's plenty of time for that tomorrow, but we really don't know. I mean, Kay, you didn't expect to have a couple of sick kids. I didn't think they was going to be gone 12 flipping hours from, 9 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. On the road, doing all that. I thought I'd be home by maybe 5 at the latest, but we don't know how much time we have. We really don't. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring.
No, we don't.
Right. So there has to be a sense of urgency around what we can do today, right now, what we can do right now. And if that's the case, and there's a sense of urgency and we don't know how much time there is, then and this is me speaking to me, this is not me, this is me, like literally if my light was working this morning, but it's not, I would shine the thing on my face and spotlight myself here. I really need to go through my list and say, what is the most important thing I need to do right now? And is it, whatever the other thing is? And maybe the most important thing is to, kiss my husband good morning, give him a big hug, and then, continue with my day. Who knows? But whatever it is, I need to figure out what that most important thing is at any given time on my list that is always a full page long. Always. PF, what are you thinking over there?
I'm thinking your list is so long, and how long does it take you to write it out?
I'm fast at the list thing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty good at the list thing, but I never get crossed off of this list more than if it's a really good week. If it's a really good week, y'all, I get maybe 8, 9 things crossed off, maybe 10. And an average week, I can get like 5 or 6 crossed off. That's all I can ever get crossed off my list. And my list, this is what, probably 23, 4, 5 items long. It's 5 weeks of crap.
You just made me feel really good because I'm sitting here looking at my list of 17 things to do that I started last week, and I got 9 of them knocked out.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! And she found the list 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
That's the big thing. I found the list.
And there's 17, there's only 17 things on it. That's a win, Kay.
Well, I only counted the big things, like I put Jay Connor 1, and under Jay Connor there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things to do. So I sort of cheated.
Out of your list, what is what are the top 1, maybe 2, that's it, no more things that are going to be, that are the highest, okay, back again. If you were an employee of you and you were paid, name a dollar amount, $900 an hour, $1,000 an hour, I don't care. What doesn't matter. Just a large amount of money per hour, hourly wage employee, but you are exceptionally high wage. What is the thing that you would expect your employee to be doing?
I need to do my Jay Connor stuff and get caught up.
There you go. Got clarity around it?
Yeah. And I'm really focusing on doing everything that's going to result in money, because I'm trying to get out of debt. And I'm looking at Uber. So because I can do that and still do what I need to do. But days out like carpool days, that's going to take me, 2 hours every day that I have to pick up the kids. So I'm thinking, okay, how do I do this? And if I just do airport runs, I think that'll be safe. Because my husband, when I told him what I was going to do it, he said, well, Spanky, my friend, had a friend and he did Uber and he picked up a guy and, a guy pulled up next to him and shot him. I said, oh, thank you so much. He said, but the good news is if anything like that happens, Uber will pay the family $1 million. I said, oh, good. I'm better off dead than alive.
Well, another option you can look at, Kay, is Instacart. Do you guys have Instacart in your grocery store there? That's another option to look at. My son does that. I've done that before. You grocery shop anyway. You're just grocery shopping for other people. You can usually pick your schedule and the pay is pretty good.
Dennis on the team does medical transportation. I do not know what is involved or entailed. And he's like, I think it's medicine. I don't think it's parts. I know a guy who does do parts though, but he flies when he does that. So he picks up organs and doesn't transplant. He picks up organs and takes them to the place that they need to go. But Dennis does in the car, he does some sort of medical driving. Dennis Newton on the team. There's options.
Yeah, the medical transport is really good. I actually thought about doing it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they get paid nicely.
They do get paid
Medical
nicely. He's on the
transport.
road. He gets a rental car because he's on the road 12 hours easy. You know, I mean, it's like all day you're on the road. He's gone for like overnight, and then, you know, I don't know how it all works, but he does, I think he does 1 week a month, and then that's it. And then that frees him up the rest of the week. So, but he's alone, so he can lead generate like crazy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I would do Instacart, but I hate to grocery shop. I mean, I make my husband do that. I do not like to grocery shop.
Good job.
But
Rody
okay,
is pretty
thank you for
good
the idea.
also. Rody is pretty good. I went yesterday and I picked up medication for someone and dropped it off. And their tips are, I mean, their pay is really good as well. You can make at least $20 for one order.
And you said that's Rody?
Yes, it's called Rody, and it's not hard
Okay.
to sign up at all. You can just sign or try Amazon Flex. Amazon Flex is when you can use your vehicle to pick up Amazon packages and drop it off, but you have to get in there
Oh.
really fast because if not, they'll fill up. Because in my
Okay.
area, it's already filled.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think it's something called Spark. Spark is when you deliver directly for Walmart, and a lot of people are doing it. All three.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put my codes for Lyft and Uber on the chat, so I get the referral if you guys sign up.
All right.
Yeah, work it, love it. All right, I want to circle back around to Craig real quickly because he said something, and then let you guys go and get whatever the most important thing on your list for your $1,000 employee that is you to get done today. Craig, you said that he's going to get you the referral info. How are you going to follow up? Like, what's your follow-up look like?
Oh, I'm gonna call him as soon as I get the information. And
Okay, how are you going to okay, can I work with you on this?
what was that?
Can I work with you on this?
Sure.
Awesome. So, hey, Craig, I know that you just said that thank you so much for wanting to refer your friend to me. I massively appreciate that. Out of curiosity, can I get their information now from you? You can tell me yes or no. You can tell me whatever you want.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, now tell me no.
Okay. No.
Oh, I get it. It's kind of weird to just hand over information, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if they, want me to give out the info.
I totally get it. Look, here's the deal. When do you think you might be talking to him again, out of curiosity?
Probably the next day or two.
Perfect. Okay. So can you tell them about me and then ask permission? And here's why. What's going to happen is if you just give them my information, they'll lose it. They forget about it. They won't do it. And then when they're desperate and they're really ready, they're just going to call somebody that's random out of a hat, or they see a billboard or some other god awful thing, and they're not going to get somebody that's going to take really good care of them and make sure that their interests are protected above everything else. I want to make sure your friends are protected. So can you talk to them and then ask permission so that I can reach out to them and make sure that we get them taken care of?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thanks. Okay. I want you, so I want you guys to know this. Kathy, you're sec. I always butcher your last name. Kathy, you said 3-way phone call, which is another way to do it. What I want to do is I want you in the driver's seat if it involves money going into your pocket, always.
Gotcha. Yeah.
If it's something you don't really like, when do I put stuff in there? I'll put stuff in theirs if it's, I don't really care to follow up with it. If it doesn't really matter and they're doing whatever, I'll put them in the driver's seat. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but you know the difference. But if it's money and it's in my pocket, I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm in the driver's seat. And there was constantly conversation going between me and my admin when I did real estate, because she's like, why are you generating these forms? This should be the agent on the other side. And I'm like, agent on the other side may or may not do their damn job. Don't care. I make sure it gets done because I want to get paid. So I drove everything that needed to be driven if it had anything to do with money. Ever.
Okay. Yep. I like
But
that.
cool beans. So do that when you guys get referrals, because that way you're following up on the other side of it always. And then you have the information, and it teaches you anyway about your follow-up.
I'll call him back this evening.
Cool beans. Cool beans. And then it goes in your database, and then it gets tagged when you're supposed to call them again. And then you just keep on with that database, and it reminding you, instead of you like having to think and follow up with stupid stuff that we shouldn't have to, which should not be crap on a list. It should just be stuff on our database that tells us what to do.
Yep.
List is different.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kimberly, what is it that you have on your shirt with the QR code?
It's, hold on one second.
You said buy, sell, and invest, right?
Are we gonna get a picture of Kimberly? Oh, yes.
So it's buy, sell, invest, repeat.
Oh, I
Okay.
love it.
And I can't turn around, but I can pull out another one. So hold on.
I love it.
But I have it in 5 different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I just try to wear it every day of the week.
Cool.
So I just, I'm gonna show you my QR code in just a second.
I really love that. Especially
Yeah, so do
when
I.
when you have a uniform. Y'all know that like Steve Jobs had a uniform, Zuck has a uniform. I'm trying to think of who the other not
Tim
so-
Cook,
who?
Tim Cook at Apple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not so much Bezos, he doesn't as much, but the rest of them all have a uniform, and their uniform, well, like Zuck was a hoodie, and Jobs was a black shirt and pair of jeans, black long sleeve shirt, actually, and a pair of jeans. And it's so that they don't have to spend any brain power. They just get up in the morning and they have 27 of the same exact shirt. It's the same exact shirt. You get up and you put on the same jeans. They're clean. It's a new pair than what yesterday's was, but they're the same one every day, every single day. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like Steve Jobs. I like the way, the black t-shirt and the jeans.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
I see. That's so weird.
That's okay. It's clear enough. We get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Correct. So I just changed the design, and I think I have to send you. I'll find a link where I designed it, and I will send you all to it. But it was basically, I just went in and I designed a product, and I charged like $2 extra to make a profit, and I basically paid myself for making it. So I made I really didn't make a profit, but it's like if you want to sell it and someone else wants to buy it, they can buy it from you as well.
Yeah, okay.
Very cool.
That's
Got it.
awesome.
So all you got to do, Craig, is reach out, give her your QR code, and have her print you some.
You're right.
I can
Yep,
do that as well.
absolutely. Yep.
Mhm.
Good idea, Kathy. Thank you.
No problem.
Now I just got to make the QR code.
Yeah,
I'm
and you
doing
can do
that
that.
too.
Yeah, you can do that on QR code generator, but make sure
Okay.
it's free for us. It's free for only 14 days, so you have to pay
Okay.
for it, because when I bought the shirts, my QR code was expired, so I had to go back in and pay for the subscription, or I would have had the shirts for nothing.
Okay.
So and
Guys,
I think Canva does QR codes for free. Well,
They do.
You can also
I
make
tried that,
Word.
but I didn't see. The only thing that I saw is like a design that you can put around the QR code, like a pitch, like a design or a poster or something. But I
Oh.
could not find where it's actually done.
You can generate one in Microsoft Word and then export it to whatever.
okay.
Mm.
And
And
I'm like,
also
I know
there's
there's a
Hi
ton.
Hello. Oh,
Huh?
sorry, Dina. Sorry, guys. Hi Hello is the platform. It's free. It's kind of like Blink, but it's like a digital card, and they generate your own QR code. You can put links on there. You can put any form of contact information, multiple websites. It's a really, really good contact card. Let me drop you mine so you can see it. But
Very
I don't pay anything for it.
Yeah, I've got
It's called Hi Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yes, love. Hi Hello.
And it's a digital business card. That's awesome. I need something like that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yep,
Yeah, of course.
very cool.
I'll share it with you guys in just a minute.
Cool.
That's cool, because I just signed up for Linktree.
So how do
Mhm.
you create,
Yeah, I love Linktree.
I have
When you do
Linktree, I have
the
Beacon.
when you do the digital business cards, check to see if the other person has to download the app. So there are a
No,
couple
they don't. They don't,
Wait.
love. On this one, they can just scan it and save my information directly on their phone.
Yeah, and
So it gives you.
Also, Honey Badgers. Honey Badgers has an app that on Honey, which we're all Honey Badgers, you can get a free digital business card. God, is there a QR code on that or not? Oh, hang on, I might be butchering it. It is a free digital business card. I know that we all have access to through Honey Badgers. And
Is
then-
there a website for Honey
Also-
Badger, Tina, or is it just the Facebook group?
It's the Facebook group. They're going to open and launch another website that's going to be the university. Right now, I think there is a website, but it's like merch for sale. I don't know what else is on there.
Yeah,
and-
it's a few other things on there. I went there yesterday because I went to the meeting yesterday too. The
Yeah.
for yeah.
My God, I totally missed that.
So
I missed it just
and-
on the road. Craig, how would you think of it?
oh, I liked it. Yeah, I definitely liked it. I got some good pointers. It was nice to meet, other agents that's, recruiting a lot. And so one thing I got out of it was, so like Anna was saying last week about going after the whales, with the icon said, to go after the bigger business, or whatever. So in there yesterday, they were saying the same thing, like going after the whales first, not necessarily the individual agents, unless it's the individual agents that are doing like massive business, but go after the agents that have teams, the ones that have small brokerages, and just go after them first, to build your downline. So that was eye-opening for me.
Yep. It's just it's a good business practice of going out. I mean, it's the same amount of energy and effort for one person versus, well, it's more on the other side. It's the same amount up to the word yes.
Yeah.
Onboarding takes more on that side, but who cares? I'd rather onboard, 10 at once, that everybody's on the same page that we can do as a group. So I guess I just, never mind. That was my crappy thinking. It doesn't take any more time. It doesn't. So if it's going to take the same amount of time, why not do it that way?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to bring on 10 people and 10 individuals, there's 10 individual appointments and 10, walking through that all have 10 different things and all that. But if I'm going to bring in a team of 10, well, then we're all on the same page. We just plow through the dang thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I'm glad that you went to that. I really am. Awesome sauce. All right. Anybody else have anything to close off with this?
I just want to say real quickly, keep this little guy named Edward Manchada. He just called me and told me his father died in his apartment. He has to clean out the apartment and bury his dad.
Oh,
He can look with me. So keep him in your prayers.
I will. Poor guy. To come upon that is sad. It's very sad. So
save the chat. I pasted the links.
Good.
got it. And Anna's got hers on there too. PF Anna, Kathy, I'm not seeing yours. Why am I not seeing yours? Oh, there you go. Okay, I just did not scroll up enough. Okay, there's PF, and we got that for a lift and all of that. And then we've got the stuff that Kay put in, which is awesome. All right, I am going to tear hell out of my list today and figure out my most important thing that I owe myself as an employee of me. So I do not fire me, because otherwise I should fire me, and I do not want to fire me. I would like to keep my dang day job.
Yes.
All right, you guys. Awesome as always. Have an amazing day. I will see you all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.